Yeah.
Okay, throws and some custom exceptions. And today we'll discuss again one more time, and we will add, we will see one more example. I mean one more keyword.
Okay.
Okay, which is last example? Yes, person service. Yes, this is our last service, right? Bank service. Yes, so so here, right, what I want to tell you, go back to, yes, this is our last example, correct?
Right.
So here what we are doing, we are trying to transfer the money, correct?
Right.
Funds transfer, we are calling and we are displaying some message, and this is your bank service. So here you are trying to do, what you are trying to do here, you are trying to do that, whether amount is less or more, then based on that you are trying to throw the message,
Right.
correct? Then go back. So here this is your caller of the service. So here you are calling the service.
Right.
So here, say for instance, at any point of time, so if you want to execute a piece of code always, whether exception is occurred or not, that is, example is, say for instance, to connected, first what you are trying to do, to get to know the amount of a account, we need to connect to the database, correct?
Right.
So you have a account number and you want to know, I mean, how much amount is there. So for that, right, you have to connect to a database, correct?
Right.
So you connect to the database, and after that you got some details of the account holder, then you are processing some details, then immediately some exception occurred. Just assume. So here you are trying to transfer the funds. Let me write here. Step 1, connect DB. You connected database and you are trying to transfer the funds. Close DB connection. Correct. Finally, we have to close the DB connection, right? Otherwise, the what is it? What happened? Okay, let me build it. The class. Why? It is giving error. Yeah, now it's gone. Okay. So first, what?
Why was that error?
Yeah, that error was because yesterday I sent these files to you people, right?
Okay. Uh-huh.
So that time, every time, what I used to do. This is very important for you. It's a silly question, but it's important. So we have SRC and bin, right?
Right.
So whenever I'm making a zip of this project, so I had to remove all the .class files under bin folder.
Okay.
Otherwise, if I didn't remove, if I make zip of this file, the Gmail will not allow. Why? Because .class files, it's executable files, right? It may create a virus.
Ah,
So
okay.
that time what I used to do, I used to delete this generated .class files like
Huh.
this. So if I delete it, right, so whenever I am trying to run here from here, right, so right now there is no .class files for this project.
Okay.
Did you see inside bin something is there?
Nope.
No, right? So if I try to run it here, right,
It's
what is
called run
this?
control.
Yes, if I try to run it here, see what it's saying, could not find custom demo. There is no class basically com.test.custom, because inside bin there is no such kind of class. Sometime it will give the error also if it is not able to find this class. If it is not able to find this class, then it will give error also. So that's what I did. Just right click, clean build, select all the projects, then it will create .class files. So now see the files came, right?
Right.
So now can you run it? it will execute.
So, for instance, if I get the, let's say, from your side, right? I clone it from GitHub, right?
From
And
GitHub, I will not remove. Why? Because from GitHub, I will upload everything. Only when I am sending files through email.
okay,
So that time I used to remove all the dot class files.
okay,
Otherwise, Gmail will not allow dot class files as part of attachment. So it will stop because this is a virus or executable files.
hmm.
So that's what we have to remove all dot class files. Then only we can able to send the Java files.
Okay,
That's the reason basically. Yes. So here, right? So whenever if you remove these files,
mm-hmm.
now right now I removed. Now if I press here Control Z, whenever I'm saving here, right, it is trying to compile the files. It is trying to compile only this file, because I modified this file, right? That time it will look for the extra classes, whatever you are trying to import. If it is not able to find, then it will say class not found, error. See, all these classes are it required, right, to compile customer demo, correct?
Right.
But these classes are not there. I just know I removed it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it will say, compilation error. Once you recompile, either right click on this project
Mm-hmm.
and then just select that project, go to project, and here clean and build. So it will regenerate the classes, then errors will go away.
So the system automatically
Yes,
generates.
yes, it will regenerate it. Eclipse will regenerate the classes. So that is the small point. Okay. Now you see here, you connect to database and you transfer the fund, and finally you have to close the connection, correct?
Right.
Say for instance, there is some exception came here, meaning, and you are trying to transfer. So here, instead of like this, what I want to do, I will write here, connect DB, transfer funds. Finally, what I had to do, close DB connection. Correct?
Right.
So now I'm running this program. See, you connected database, entry, no funds available, then status null. Did you close the connection in this case?
Status null, right? No, that one not closed.
Not closed. Say for instance, let me give some positive scenario, some $99. So now let me run it. See here, now connection got closed.
Yeah.
So connected DB, entry, exit, and close DB connection, status success. This is perfect, right? But in some failure scenario, we are not able to execute some piece of code, correct?
Right.
So to execute a piece of code, always whether the code is, this code is executing successfully or not, whether it's executing successfully or not, so we can use finally block.
Oh, there's another block called
Yes, this block should be always after catch block.
after catch block.
Yes, but after catch block, and it is an optional block.
Okay.
So you can keep all housekeeping activities inside this block,
Okay.
like closing the DB connection, closing the file system, all those things you can keep under finally block.
Okay. Just a quick question.
Yes.
According to the last class, right?
Mm-hmm.
We usually put the last catch was a automatic exception, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's the last part that we put it in order to avoid the any types of the execution is not being recognized on the before the
Yes, yes,
before the last block, right?
yes, yes.
So what is exactly final block it does?
Yeah, yeah. So catch block is different. Final, you can keep 100 catch blocks, no problem. But 101 might be finally.
Okay.
So this finally will execute always. Whether, say for instance, in this case you have not kept under catch block, catch with exception,
Okay.
catch with exception. So in that case also still you want to execute a piece of code always, whether exception occurred or not.
Okay. So that's like a final conclusion that verifies the other catch execute or not,
Yes,
right?
catch will execute or not. Always this piece of code will execute.
Okay. So,
So this is
for
very.
instance, let's say I have a 5 catches, right?
Mm-hmm,
In this case,
mm-hmm.
and number 6 is a final one, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
the scenario is comes to a point that
Mm-hmm,
the catch was recognized in the step number 3rd,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
So it still is the final block is going to execute.
Yes, always.
Okay.
Say for instance, there is some exception occurred and it is not matching any 5 catch.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, what it will do, it will throw, it will it will not execute rest of the lines generally. It will not execute rest of the lines. Why? Because it will throw the exception. It is not matching, it will go out of this method.
Okay.
So because of these uh, 2 lines, there is some exception came and it is not matching any catch blocks.
Okay.
In that case, generally it will not execute remaining lines.
Oh, this line is not going to execute
It will
finally.
not execute if if it is not matching any exception.
Okay, so out
If
of 5 catches, is there is no matching, then the final block which is clarifies that none
it
of
will
that can
it will
work.
execute always. Finally will execute always. Whether catch is matching or not, finally will execute always.
Okay.
If there is no relation between catch and finally, so it will always execute. Whether catch is executing or not, it doesn't matter. It will execute finally always.
Okay.
So that what is the purpose of this finally block? You can close all the database connections, file systems, everything.
Oh, okay. I see.
So you
Okay.
got it right. So you
Okay,
can
that's the
close.
purpose of using the
Yes,
final.
yes, that is the main purpose of catch block. May execute or may not be execute, correct? But finally will execute always.
Okay, so that's the last one to close
Yes,
up the
yes, yes,
catch.
yes. Now we will give the negative scenario 101. So now we have to close always DB connection, correct?
Right.
So now let me run this program and we will see whether DB will close or not. See here.
DB is closed.
Yes, in the previous scenario, DB is not closed, correct? Even though we are trying to keep, see, even though you are trying to keep here, you are trying to close DB after fund transfer. So we are closing connection how many times?
2 times.
One time,
One time here, second time there.
second
Finally,
time here. Now let me run it. Which one will be executed? See here,
so 2 is executed.
but one is skipped because exception came at line number 12,
Okay.
correct?
All right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
But still you are closing the connection, right? That is our goal.
Right.
So that is the main purpose of finally.
Can you put the 99 again? And see.
What is 99? Oh, 99. Yeah, yeah.
99.
It's a success scenario basically. So in
Yeah.
this case also, it will close the DB connection here and here. So let
Okay.
me see, you are trying to close connection 2 times. Is it required? It's not required, right? One time is enough, correct?
Right.
So that's what you no need to keep this house cleaning activities in try block. You can keep always inside.
The one. Mm-hmm.
So now if you run it again one more time, so now connection is closing 2 times, right? Now if I ran it, it will close the connection only on time.
Mm-hmm.
This is clear, right?
Right.
Finally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, so far we saw some compilation errors, runtime errors, correct? Whenever you are running the program, so that time we are getting the error message, correct?
Right.
And now I will give one more example for compile time exceptions. Meaning whenever you are trying to write the program, that time itself it will say this line will throw an exception. Please provide exception block.
Right.
Like arithmetic exception and all, we are not able to predict it, right? When you are running the program, that time only it will throw, correct?
Right.
So these exceptions are called as runtime exceptions.
Okay.
So whenever you are running the program, that time only it will throw the exception based on the data, correct?
Yeah.
So these are called as runtime exceptions. Now I will give one more example for compile time exceptions. So let me,
Manohar,
yeah,
Mustafa is knocking me that he get disconnected somehow. Not sure.
okay. Oh, you got disconnected?
Yeah. He said he's trying again. Not sure.
Okay, fine, yeah. So we need to wait for him for some time.
I'm not sure. Is it whose side is the problem? We are on the host, but he's not able to connect.
I think we need to reconnect again one more time.
Yeah.
As long as I am here, he's having the link, he can connect.
Yeah.
I think Mustafa didn't join. Did he join? I didn't heard
Yeah.
any.
He joined. Yeah.
I didn't heard any beep sound. Okay,
Yeah. He was here.
he was here. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, ask him to connect one more time. Just ping and say.
Uh, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying. He just contact me.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So exceptions, under exceptions, we have
Exception.
so far we saw runtime exception, correct? When you are running the program,
Right.
when you are running the program, we are getting the exception. This is called arithmetic exception, comma, null pointer exception, correct?
Right.
When you are running the program, that time you are getting exception. Now we will see one more example or new kind of exception, compile time exception. When we are writing the program, that time itself it will say this line will give a problem. So let me write simple class. Right now I'm going to write a new class. Com dot test dot the customer. So here so this is an example for compile time exception demo. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to write it one simple line. So see here, file f equal to new file.
Right.
So here we need to give the file name. Basically we will see file handling later. Just I want to tell you this line. See, now file is there, file dot create new file.
Okay.
See, just because of this line you are getting some compilation error. Did you see this?
Right.
So
Is it because
basically, Yeah, basically this line is we are giving some file name and we are calling one method called create file. It will create this file basically. So this we will see as part of next class more. But now our main goal is, see, because of this create new file, it is saying one error message, unhandled exception type IO exception. So you have to provide try catch to handle this exception. Otherwise compiler will not allow to compile this program. This example is called as a compile time exception.
There is a variety types of the concept exception.
Yes. The previous one, whatever we saw last time, like arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, these are belongs to runtime exceptions.
Okay.
So even though you are not providing the exception catch block, also the code will execute successfully. Only when you are running the program, that time only you will see the exception based on your data.
Okay.
Correct. But here, if you are not providing try catch, so the program will not compile. Whether we don't know whether exception will occur or not, but still it is expecting try catch.
Right. Okay.
See here, it is saying clearly unhandled exception of type IO exception. So what you have to do, you have to provide a try catch here for the only for this line.
Okay.
So the exception type is IO exception. It's clearly it is telling.
Right. So different type of exception.
Yes. It's one more type of exception. So how we need to add try catch for this line, right? So we are using Eclipse. So just keep here and see here. It is saying surrounded try catch. Just click this one. So it will add try catch by default. So you no need to type try catch IO exception. So now error gone, right? So what we did, only for this line we have provided try catch. So this is an example of compile time exception.
Second option, right? You select.
Yes, I selected second option.
Right. Okay. Try catch. Yeah. Try slash catch. Yeah.
Yes. So it will generate. It's a benefit of Eclipse basically. So it will generate try catch with IO exception, whatever it is saying. So this is one more example for compile time exception.
Okay.
So this is clear, right? Compile time exception.
Right.
Okay, now there is another one is there called errors. So the error example is, so as part of last discussion, what is that? Overloading or overriding. So we have discussed one out of memory error.
Yeah, which is error, right?
Yes, it's error basically. The error will occur due to some external systems.
Okay.
Because the RAM is not able to support your program. That is external system, right? It's not part of your program, correct?
Right.
So that is one example of error. It's not exception, it's error basically.
Right. Okay. So can you give me a scenario? Like,
Yeah, I will give one more example out of memory error. The scenario is simple, like what we are doing that time, we have created stack trace. What is that scenario what we tried last time? Yes, when we are explaining the JVM, right? So that time we are trying to explore that method stack, correct? So how the methods are calling one by one. So that time we are trying to call a method inside the method, so that time the methods keep on adding to the stack, correct? So that time it is creating an exception. Did you remember that one?
yeah.
So when we were explaining the JVM, right?
Yeah, JVM. Yeah, that's the second option. Stack.
Yes. So it's keep on adding to the stack. So its exception is throwing, error is throwing. So this is called out of memory error. So this is one of the example for error. So this error is coming due to some external system. So it's not because of your code. So that particular memory is not able to provide your system for your program.
Okay.
So sometime you will get this out of memory error. Say for instance, your application is running and so many people are trying to access your application, but your RAM is not able to support that much load. In your machine also you will get right out of memory error sometime. Your machine sometime will be hang, right?
Right.
So that time what you will do, you will restart your machine, correct?
Right.
So it will not, your system will not respond at all. That time what you will do, you will do forceful shutdown.
Right.
So this is one of the out of memory error example. So your RAM is not able to handle the load of whatever the systems you are doing, whatever the operations you are doing. So that time also it will fail. So this is one of the example for error.
So in that case, in that type of scenario, so it should be, for example, if I'm working on a database, right?
Yes.
So, and the database is not responding. So in that case, it's restart the database again, right?
Yes, you will get timeout error.
Timeout error.
If
Okay.
the database is not at all responding, you'll get timeout error, right?
Right.
So
Okay.
it is not because of your code, it is because of
Database.
the external system.
Right.
So this is our example for errors. So this example last time I think we have already saw as part of JVM. Where is, yes, here we saw this example. Correct. So here, so what we did, I will run this program again back. So here we are calling from main method M1, from M1 to M2, M2 to M3 we are calling, right? So
Yeah.
inside M3, what I will do, I'm going to call M2 back again.
Okay.
So M2 will load into the stack. From M2, I'm loading M3. From M3, I'm loading M2. Again, it will go to here, M3. Again, this will keep on executing, right?
Right.
So if I run this program, what will happen? It will give error. See, it failed. This program is failed, and it will give error message.
Because it's the infinity times of the looping
See,
also.
did you see this here? It's not exception basically. It is a stack overflow error.
When you say the stack overflow, it's like the infinity times of the
Yes,
looping.
yes, yes, yes. It is trying to add same method again and again to the heap. Sorry, not heap. It's a stack method area.
Okay.
So it's not able to hold that much. It doesn't have that much space. So this is your JVM. So it is trying to add this method to the Java stacks. Java stacks every time. It's not able to provide that much space. Finally, it's end up with out of memory error or stack error.
Right. Okay.
So this is an example for error.
Okay.
So these are the main parts of exceptions, like exception and error. Under exception, we have runtime exception and compile time exception. Under error, we have out of memory error and java.lang.stack overflow error.
Okay.
So these are the main three parts of exceptions.
Okay. So runtime exception, compile time exception, out error, and then this is a Java compiler error.
Yes, this is due to some external system basically. So you will get these errors. It's clear, right? These three?
Right.
Okay.
So exception. Is there any other? Wait.
Yeah, there is so many exceptions. We will see. So many examples. Say, for instance, if you say compile time exception, there are so many other examples also is there, which will fall under this category.
Okay.
But we will see slowly one by one. Whenever we are writing, discussing some other topics, right? So that time we will get these exceptions. Then I will tell you. So this exception belongs to which category.
Okay.
But
So
now these are the flavors.
yeah. Okay. Just a quick question. If is
Mhm.
there how many? If there is interview question, how many types of the error is there? Exceptional error handling. So in that case, I should be mentioning like a runtime error exception,
Mhm.
compile time, out of error message, right?
Yes, yes.
On the stack flow.
Yes,
So
you need to
moving.
give one example for each one. That's enough.
Okay. So each of the, okay. So there are four exception, right?
Yes, yes.
So, okay. So under each of those, there are a variety level of the exception there.
Yes, you can remember one example for each.
Okay.
You no need to explain everything. There is so many is there, hundreds of is there, but just try to give one example. Enough.
Okay.
So you say runtime exception, example is null pointer exception.
Okay.
You say compile time exception, one example is IO exception. For compile time example, when I will start file handling, I will give more example.
Okay.
So this is clear, right, so far?
Right. So I just want to clarify that. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So now we will see the file handling so that we will see more examples of compile time exception also.
Okay.
So now I will start file handling. So let me remove this one. Yes. So I'm going to create a new project. File Java new. So so as part of this, I mean uh, file system, right? What we're going to learn how to create a file by using Java program, how to write the data into file system and how to read the data from the file system.
Okay.
So sometime we need to create a files, right? We need to create a file and we need to write some data into that file and we need to read the data, correct?
Right.
So so every time in this case we are creating a notepad and we are saving into the desktop, correct? So this is a manual step, correct?
Right.
So if you want to do the same thing by using file in Java program, so how to do that one? What are the classes are available? What are the packages we have to use? What are the methods are available? All those things we will see. We'll see as part of this discussion. So this is a new a Java project. Just now I created files underscore demo. Insert that src and bin is empty. Correct.
Right.
So let me create a simple class. So I'm going to give com.test.file. So this is my package name, com.test.file. Okay, and I'm going to create a simple class called file demo. So this is my class name, and I selected public static void main and finish it. So one simple class is generated, correct?
Right.
So far is clear, right?
Right.
So far we have not done anything related to file system. Now what I want to do, I want to create a simple text file abc.txt. So how to create it? So to create a file, a simple file called abc.txt. So what we have to do, we have to import a class called file. Did you see this? I imported this class. So this file, this class is available under this package java.io.file.
Can you do it again? Sorry.
Yeah. So let me remove it. So just now I type file, correct?
Right.
So this is a class basically we have to import.
Right.
To import that one, what we have to do, we have to press Control space bar.
Okay.
See, this is the shortcut Control space. Then it will show all the available options. So select a class which is coming from this package java.io and select and press OK. So it will be downloaded. It will be imported to your class.
Okay.
So this class is coming from Java library, means from JDK.
Right.
Okay, now create an object for this class file f equal to new file. Correct. So what is the name of your file? You have to keep as part of constructor abc.txt. So I want to create this file. So if at all, if you want to create this file in a specific drive, say for instance, okay, first we will try to create, later we'll see the location and all. So this is my file name I want to create. Okay. So after that, f dot. So inside this class, there is a method called create new file.
Okay.
So you need to call this one. So just now we have discussed, right? Create new file is throwing an exception type IO exception, correct? So what we have to do, we have to provide try catch, correct?
Correct.
So select second option. So it will provide try catch. So if you see this one, right, create new file. So it is returning Boolean. So
Right.
this is a method, right? So we are calling this method. So it will return a Boolean. So let me take that Boolean. Boolean.
I'm sorry. What is Boolean exactly?
Boolean means it can able to hold true or false.
Oh, Boolean is just okay. Method just
It's a
holds.
return type basically. It's a data type. So it can able to hold a true or false.
Okay.
If you want to say something happened true, or if you want to say some it's not happened true or false, right? So it can able to hold true or false. So
Okay.
basically this create new file is returning a data type called Boolean.
Okay.
So it will return true or false. So if the file is created successfully, it will return true.
Right.
If the file is not created, then it will return false.
Right.
So here you can print the value.
Flag.
File created. So we will display what are the value we are getting from. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now we can able to see this value, right? Whether it's true or false.
Okay.
So far it's clear.
Yes.
So now let me
So
run.
how much is the true? Right.
Sorry.
Catching up. I'm sorry. So the file is catching up, right? The file f equal neo file abc, which is a file name, right? abc
Yes.
f is a file name, right? And after that, I'm using an exception handling try catch,
Mm-hmm.
and then I put the boolean in order to compare the is it true or false. This
File is created or not. That's what I'm printing the value.
okay,
So you are getting here true, correct?
right?
So meaning file is created. Whether how to know whether how can you able to see the file whether it's created or not? Yes, you can. So what you will do? Just right click on this project, just refresh it. You will can able to see this file here.
Okay, that's output. Okay,
So this is the results. Say for instance, if you want to create a this particular file into a specific location, meaning I want to create this abc.file in this location. Okay, copy this location and go to here. So here we have to give the location where you want to create the file. So I want to create the file under C users Dell desktop under temp folder, correct?
yeah, temp folder is abc is a file. Okay,
Yes, you see there is some error, correct here right now.
right.
So what we have to add one more slash.
Can I read the arrow? What the arrows is?
Now the errors will go away. That's
Okay.
all. Just this is a Java syntax we need to follow whenever we are adding any location or path. So we have to add 2/.
Okay.
So now run this program again one more time. So now again it is saying true, correct? File is
Right.
created. So let me go back